Welcome to Celebrating Act 2. Celebrating Act 2 is the user manual for the second half of your life.
Well, hi, and welcome to Celebrating Act 2. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, Art and I are ready to do our weekly vlog, our founders vlog, where we address all the problems of the world and solve them, of course.
Yeah, of
We don't
course,
just
cell
address
phone.
them. Solve them. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, one of the problems, situations of the world is getting distracted by really informative information and stories that we tell. And we've got two really great distractions of great note. One we just started last week, and one we're starting this week. Why don't you talk about the one that's coming up this week?
Well, I don't remember which is which.
Dave.
It's Dave Samuels that starts this week. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Mhm.
So Dave Samuels, here's, as you know, Celebrating Act 2 is the user manual for the rest of your life. And Art and I are always on the lookout for issues, topics, and people who can help us get through life, get through the good, the bad, the ups and downs, everything. So we came across Dave Samuels. He's a certified financial planner,
Mhm.
and he's terrific. He's down to earth. He can explain stuff so that I can understand it. So what we did is we recorded 5 videos with Dave. The first one is this week. Actually, I don't know what day it premieres, but it's on YouTube and it's on our website. And it's really kind of an introduction, isn't it, Art? It's about what is a financial planner.
Right, as opposed to
And
just going to a stockbroker or asking your brother-in-law.
right, because it's financial planning is really the broad subject of taking care of your money, not outliving your money.
Right, and
And if
also
you're
that a
over
financial
50,
planner, as opposed to most people who give financial advice in one form or another, have a fiduciary relationship with you, which means that
right,
they have a code of ethics that requires them to see that you're well taken care of, not for them to make a
right.
commission on selling some kind of securities.
Yeah, yeah. So their advice is not only customized to you and your situation, but it's advice that's good for you, not for them.
Mhm.
They're not necessarily selling anything.
Right.
So after this week, kind of the introduction video with Dave, all about what is a financial planner, what do they do, why you need one. Then Dave goes into each week he'll go into the 4 pillars, which includes investments and it includes savings and it includes expenditures and things like that. But basically, it's a great primer for your finances, particularly if you're over 50. Actually, it's good for anybody at any age. But if you're, at retirement or in retirement, this is, I think, really important. Whether you use a financial planner or not, he kind of lays it all out. So it's a great overview. Everybody should watch this stuff.
Mm.
And the other one we started last week. That's with Manny Pacheco.
Yeah, and John and I had we just like hanging out with Manny, whether it be on these interviews which we do electronically or in person, and we've been off and on working with Manny for probably over a dozen years, actually recording him on location.
Could be, yeah, could be that long.
Yeah, and in this environment, but we had the pleasure of going with Manny down to the Hollywood Heritage Museum, Authors Day, just a while back, and wound up doing, what is it, 12? 12
We
interviews?
did a total of 12 videos.
Yeah,
12 videos.
with an overview of the museum and interviews with most of the authors there. And Manny did all the interviews. The first one actually got released last week. And for the next 12 weeks, we're going to be releasing them, including one interview with the person who runs the museum, but also Leonard Maltin is one of the interviews. Very fascinating, well-known guy locally, and he just knows he knows all these people. In fact, he was one of the authors at this annual event, where they not only do they provide one-on-one conversations with the audience that comes in, but they also raise money for this really terrific museum. So you'll be able to see information about the museum and also meet a lot of these fascinating authors, many of whom you haven't heard from, but once you hear their stories, you may very well want to go out and get their book if you're into Hollywood at all. And if you're not into Hollywood so much, Manny is just a great guy to talk to. So he speaks to all these authors, author to author, and just has some marvelous interviews. And we'll be releasing them over the next 12 weeks.
Yeah, you know what we forgot to do, Art? We forgot to interview Manny about his books. He was there signing books too. And he interviewed for Celebrating Act Two. He interviewed most, I think, all the authors that were there. But we forgot to get an interview with Manny about his books.
Well, one of the nice things is that we do give him great plugs for his Forgotten Hollywood series. And he's got 3 or 4 of them out now, and he's working on still another book. So we'll make sure to get him plenty of promotional opportunities. But you're right, we did not. So quite frankly, you weren't wearing your tux. So I think that's why we didn't do that.
That's what it was, yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, folks, I hope you will pay attention every week to all of our videos. We're putting out, I think 7 a week now, maybe 8 a week in some cases. But for the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks, we've got a nice series happening every Tuesday, I think. Dave Samuels on financial planning.
Yeah, but John, I would like to say that, John, on Dave Samuels, one of the really great things about him is, most people may not know about me, but when my undergraduate degree was in accounting and finance, and I decided not to go the CPA route, but I've been a chief financial officer of some small firms along the way. This guy, not only does he know his stuff, he actually knows how to explain it so that the ordinary person will understand it. He's just even if you're well invested, this is a good use of your time just to go over the basics and maybe pick up something you hadn't known, because I know I surely did.
Yeah, very true. So anyway, Dave is going to appear every Tuesday for the next 5 weeks. And he'll also be on our website. You can find him on our YouTube playlists and things like that. And Manny Pacheco's special interviews, aside from our interviews, Manny about Hollywood and history, his special interviews about the Authors Day from Hollywood Heritage will appear every Friday for about 10 weeks or 11 weeks. So whether you tune in on Tuesdays and Fridays, or whether you go to the website and just watch the playback anytime at your convenience, we recommend these 2 series for your special attention.
Oh, but wait. Special for our audience today. No extra charge. There's no special handling fees or anything else. I'll create a playlist for both Dave Samuels' presentations and for the Hollywood Heritage Museum on our YouTube channel. So this way, if you don't get to us for about a week or so, you can begin to binge watch and find a nice, easy place for you to go back and find them in the future, or to send them the link to a friend. And by the way, if this is the first time you're coming to our YouTube site, please subscribe. We want people to know that we're loved.
Yes, but Art, don't beg, please don't.
Oh, beg. No. Oh, that's right. You're in charge of begging this week.
Well, folks, anyway, the important thing is that you enjoy and use Celebrating Act Two for your benefit. Enjoy it.
And tell your friends and subscribe.
A little bit of everything.
Tell your friends and subscribe.
Yes. See you soon. See you.
For more on Celebrating Act Two, visit our webpage, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends. Celebrating Act Two is the user manual for the second half of your life.